G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. This is episode 24. We have had a massive update overnight as well, so there's been a few more updates to the game, which is great. The devs are doing an amazing job at keeping this game really current. And we've got the new, the big release coming up in, I think, about 4 or 5 days anyway, so they are going to open the current, I guess, preview branch to everybody. So they are trying to fix a few things at the moment. There is a few things that are happening in regards to what happened last night. We had some updates to, I think, the way that the economy overview works in the towns now. We don't have any buildings in the town that are actually making stuff, but it does show you here, in order to keep the prosperity of the town running, that you need all these items. So this is our challenge. So that's one thing that we're going to need to look at, because you can see this big decreasing on the end here. We want this to actually go up, because if it goes up, we get more points and we can build more things. So we only have 9 construction points available in the town at the moment, and not a lot of stuff to build. Some things that are missing from my build list, and I think maybe it's got to do with the town hall level. I haven't worked it out yet. It is slightly different to my last playthrough. You go to the village tab, you can see all these things are pretty standard kind of things that are just giving you, yeah, what are they giving? See, there's construction points used, so you can get a house. It gives more people to the village. This is a village improvement. Rewards, you get trust. So these things will help improve the trust. And again, trust. So
it's going to be a good day.
Go back to here and then. So this, I'm guessing this is what they're referring to as a trust. But you can see next level.
Cold winds coming.
We need 5,000 points, so we need an extra 4,800 plus kind of points. So those trust points aren't going to get us there. So yeah. So anyway, that's just something we're kind of like looking towards, working towards. And we do obviously can trade directly with the town, and if you select your caravan, you will automatically be able to put the select fulfill button. These are the things that you have that you can give them to meet their needs. If you unselect it, these are the things you need to help them out, and they'll pay pretty good. So you can see this civilians clothing. Let's have a look. So they need 4 of those. We don't have any. We haven't been making any of this stuff, so because, well, I just didn't think there was any need for it. So, but obviously there is a need for it. So,
What do you think those dots in the sky are?
yes, you can't make it in here. So maybe you have to make it in this one. Let's have a look. That's the loom. Yeah, here we go. So, so this is what they class as an armor, which is kind of silly, but anyway, I wish they would separate clothing from armors. So anything that you have to research as far as like that is really armor, would give you, yeah, if you know what I'm trying to say. You could separate the two, it'd be nice. So this requires a lot of linen and straps. It's going to give us some good gold, but we don't have enough linen. So we're not making enough linen, obviously. I'm going to bump up some of these because reeds is our issue again. So we aren't getting enough reeds either. Should be on priority 1 then, maybe. We're going to need a lot of reeds, actually. Mushrooms, probably not so much. I mean, we are using them, I guess, for things now, but make that 3. Okay, well, this will... I don't know if this makes any difference, but 1, yeah, we'll just see how that goes. We do need river reeds. That's probably looks like it is slowing us down. We're using a lot of river reeds at the moment. Some other things that we want to do today is we want to build another river dock. Now, I did have this magical plan in my head, and it didn't quite work out the way I was thinking of it. I was going to move these items, build them here, and then just relocate them to the other place. So the stockpile and the like that little hut that they live in, that would be super easy because you don't need a tool to pull it apart. You can just come here and click on it and grab all the materials and then zip over there and rebuild it. But I thought, you know what, let's build the iron mine here and then relocate it. But I wasn't thinking it through because you need a tool. So it needs to be all unpacked. So yeah, so when it's almost fully, I think we have everything in the stockpile. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to unpack it all, and then I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I really messed this one up, I think. So I'm gonna wait till it's built, and then I'm gonna like try and figure that out, and we'll try and relocate it and maybe assign. We'll hire a beggar or something from. This one is going over near Crashmere, so we're going to put it over here in this area. So we'll hire a beggar from Crashmere, give him a couple of hammers and some food, and we'll relocate the house and the yeah, relocate these two. So we'll just get someone cheap to go over there. All right, so that was my plan. So we'll see what happens. You can see these guys are doing a good job though, so it's almost done. We're a bit far away from iron though, so. Okay, well, yeah, so we need to build the river dock, and I was planning on doing it a very similar way to what I did moving, but you need the hammer again. So we're going to just go and hire someone, I think, from Farnsworth, and we're going to build a river dock down in here. We're just going to we're going to need a hammer, and we're going to need all the goods. So let's have a look at what we need for that. Yeah, we're going to need 50 copper nails is slowing us down a little bit at the moment. We are using a lot of copper nails at the moment for some reason.
Work, lads. We need to make this place look better.
Did you see that sunset last night? It was beautiful, wasn't it?
All right, well,
so far we're doing great work, don't you think?
I can only carry 8. It's interesting, isn't it? I know.
What do you think those dots in the sky are?
How many did I need? I did 12, didn't I? So. Okay, so there's the 12. We needed some logs. They're gonna have to. We'll get them over there. We needed 12 rope. We're not gonna get all the rope in because.
I feel it's going to be a good day.
Happy days, all thanks to you.
So we're gonna have to do a couple of trips. Yeah, it's the only way I can think of doing it really. So, well, the quickest way. So we'll head to that town now and build the dock. Now, as far as our dock location goes, we want kind of down in this area. There is like a really small path that runs up here if you want a little bit of speed, but I mean it's probably the closest place to the town that has a nice open area, so we're going to try and build it down in here just so we can get the army up into that area pretty quickly. And we have the fisherman's hut here as well, so, and we're on the ocean down here as well, so it might be a good spot possibly for fishing. But we are going to build the iron mine over here. That's on the ocean as well, so this could probably be a good spot for a fishing shack if we can get it in. All right, let's build the dock here, and let's see if we can. And what all this rope? Where's all right, so we need. I thought I got all in it. 15 nails, so it's 3 short. Okay, so 3 more copper nails and 8 planks. 12 planks. Okay. Now there's no way of clicking on this to change it, but we could probably do it via the building menu. Let's have a look. Travel in here. Oh, we can do construction actually. Okay, so we will switch settlement on this one, and we'll create this one just to keep it separate for the moment. Yeah, what are we going to call this? We're going to call this dock outpost just for the moment, just to I know what that is, and that way we got no one walking across the map to try and build that as well. Alright, we'll head back and we're going to gather the rest of these materials and a couple of hammers, and then we'll hire someone and we'll see if this actually works. Something that I hadn't seen before, which was a bit weird, is I had these little red dots roaming through town, and it's not like a party or anything, but they are brigands, so which is really weird. And it seems like the town brigands don't seem to be affected by me. You can see there's one there, but the other ones all went into the town for some reason. So anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Just thought I'd point it out. We're almost there. We're just collecting all these resources, then we're going to hire someone and then just start getting this built. Alrighty, we've gotten all the resources we need, and I got a couple like hammers on me as well. So we want to see if this person's going to come back with us, or potentially go to our. We're probably better off hiring someone from Kashmir. It'd be a lot easier for them to walk. So this person we pretty much really want for us to be here. I just realized we need quite a bit of, what do we need? We need like 700 to get that up. So we need to build something that's giving us a lot of trust. Yeah, I think 200 trust for that one. There's probably a few quests that we could do in town as well that are going to help us, but what I want to do is, I think this one's going to be the easiest, so we're just going to put this down. Yeah, somewhere there. So we'll get that rolling, so that'll help with that. And then we need to figure out what quests are in town, but let's have a look at
Something must change.
we're only at level 2, so what's the best level 2 we can get? Labor, 4 out of 7. It's pretty good. I wonder how much a beggar's going to cost.
Let's drink some white beer. I've seen the good you've done.
3,500. Ooh, that's expensive for a beggar.
Hail fellow. I've seen the good you've
Yeah,
done
see,
for
no
this
point
community,
hiring a beggar.
and I want to help.
Alright, we're going to get this guy, and we are going to change him.
Bye for your orders.
So we want him on construction 1, obviously, for the moment. He was... We'll fix all this stuff up later when we get him back. He's a labourer, so harvesting animal. So yeah, we can... We'll leave it at that. And then we're going to switch him to dock outpost. I'm going to give him some hammers. We're going to drag him down. I've got a road here, I think. That goes, let's cut through here. We're going to drag him down to the dock, get the dock built, and then we're going to then switch him back to our main settlement. I'll just get him down here. He won't have a home or anything. Hopefully he'll just get this dock built. If he has to sleep on the ground one night, then so be it. I'll give him some food as well. So that's something I'll have to think about. Hopefully I brought the remaining goods that I needed. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, cool. So here he comes. Let's just switch him out
Bye for your orders.
to worker, and then actually let's give him... I might have to come back for some food. Alright. Hopefully he's just going to start building. So there we go. What's that? He dropped the carpenter's tool on the ground for some reason. Alright, well, I don't know why he did that. Maybe that was me. I'll go back and have a look at it. But he's fine. He's got one hammer. I think that should be enough. He's got everything he needs. So we'll keep an eye on that. And now we just need to head back to our base and figure out how we're going to move all the mining stuff. I think we're going to have to do it fairly in a similar way. but I need to unpack the whole mining camp now after building it, so my mistake. And we need to figure out what sort of, I'll have a look at the quest for this town too, because I want to get this up higher. We need to get this to protect us, so yeah.
A good day.
Alright, just having a look at available quests. The only one I can really find to help us out in that area was this one, which I needed to take an arrow, quiver, and a short bow to the town over at Blackridge Pool. And that's the only one I could find that really stood out out of all of these. This one, yeah, help Farnsworth build a relationship. This gives us a little bit of renown and trust for Farnsworth, 400, so that should be pretty good. So, but all these other ones, I think are related to other towns, so we'll have to try and suss that out. But we really want to get this town on our, yeah, liberated, because it's got some good resources that we could use as well. That would also seal off the riverside, so we would have basically the 2 bridges blocking the brigands headquarters, and we've got the dock being built, so that's going to be perfect for us to control this whole region. We've got a few more bandit camps to knock off over here and here. We are still low on reeds. We are really running low on copper and other metals as well still, so the towns unfortunately aren't able to supply any. Yeah, it's just raw materials, which we don't really need. Sometimes I've seen some tin and a little bit of copper every now and then, but these, you can see, yeah, nothing. So no, yeah, and I think that I can't trade with these guys just yet.
With more houses, we could make a small city there, don't you think?
Even though it's weird, it says send caravan, but they don't have anything that I need anyway, so we really just are after coppers at the moment. So, all right, well, look, I've got to complete this task in the morning now. Everyone's going to sleep, so I'm going to bring a little army together, and we'll just use the night to gather resources. I'm low on reeds, and things like wood and stuff can always be handy. So I'm just going to bring everybody together and do just a real big resource run. And then we'll get going again in the morning. Hopefully our dock will be near finished tomorrow, and we can start looking at, actually I wonder how the mining hut set's finished now, see, so yeah, so not sure how to move this. This is going to be tricky, but we obviously can move these two pretty easy, but this one here, no idea how I'm going to do this. Yeah, now that I've built it. I think I'm just going to have to relocate it and hope they unpack it properly. We'll see how it goes, and worst case scenario, I don't really know. Anyway, we could just dismantle it, I guess, but then let's have a look. Actually, I think that would just put everything back inside the, we went to modify. Yeah, we'd be just disassembling it, and then they'd be putting everything back into storage. It'd be kind of like a waste of time, but worst case scenario, we will do that. But anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning, and we will just do, like I said, a resource run right now, and get cracking on getting this mine up and running. Right, we just did a massive reed run and wood and hemp and stuff like that, so it'll be interesting to see. We had no reeds at all when we left off for this, so yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, I think the problem we've got with the reeds at the moment is we're not getting it. We've completely farmed out the reed area. I went over there just and had a look, and it was just like, yeah, no, it was just 0 reeds there. You can see we're getting a little bit of reed, which is good, but we did do hemp while we were there as well. So yeah, we got quite a bit of hemp, and we did wood. We're really always struggling for wood, so though we didn't really get a lot. So I'm waiting for them to put everything back, and then we're going to head out again. I'm going to go to the other river over here and just farm this out for reeds as well. I think that's what's slowing down our production of linens and things like that, is we just don't have the reeds as well. So I'll just wait till everybody has emptied out everything, and yeah, you can see wood. Yeah, we got up to 23, and reed, waiting for pickup. So interesting to see what that waiting for pickup area is.
No food, no fight.
What's wrong
Sure.
with you?
Maybe, yeah, it's a bit weird. Well, it's not waiting for pickup, it's actually in there, so... Alright. I just gotta wait a few more minutes because it takes them a while to put everything back, and because I do have them on army at the moment, I just clicked on the flag, and then obviously they unload themselves, but they also then want to rearm themselves and get food and stuff. So we're going to head off to the other creek area and get more reeds, and then that'll hopefully help us with our little problem. So we're going to head off there now. Alright, it'll be interesting to see how many reeds we can get over here. This area is way too far away from my harvester, and you can see already I brought, what, about 25 people with me, and we're already up to 34. We're going to completely reed this area out. So there is a lot of reeds here, so just wait a little while. We're already up to 45. Certainly going to help us out. I think there's little runs that you can do at night, so the guys that are just sleeping are pretty handy, although it's almost morning. So after this run, if there's no more reeds to collect, we'll just get a little bit more wood that's lying around on the ground as well. So, but we're already up to 64, 65. Yeah, it's still ticking over the reed count, which is good. This is certainly going to help. And then we'll just head back to our base, and then we'll have a look at the dock area as well, see how that's going. I don't think he would have finished that by yet. It was he'd be sleeping on the ground over there. Yeah, he's still building it. So we'll go and check in on him, and then we're going to start setting up the iron as well. Well, hit 86 reeds. They seem to be still running around a little bit. I find that when there's no reeds left or whatever they're looking for, they'll stand around like these two guys. So all their inventory is completely full. Why is this guy got arrows on him? I don't know why you'd have arrows sitting there for. Maybe let's have a look at our army tab. I wonder why he's carrying spare arrows. I'm gonna have to go back and check. Check that, I think, and figure out why that is the case. Marksman. It doesn't tell him to pick up extra arrows, so strange one. Anyway, okay, well we'll collect any remaining wood, and yeah, we'll head back. Alright, that was a good little resource run. Takes a little bit of time to do that. I'm just waiting for everybody to get closer to town, and I'm just going to disband all these guys. So I'll start putting everything away, but we definitely did a hell of a lot better with reeds that time. And you can see, yeah, this is just going to tick up now like crazy. All right, so that's sort of the readout. And we also did we did wood as well while we were over there. So let's have a look and see how we went. We do need to get on top of our, yeah, look at that. We're over 100 now in that one. Logs is probably my other big issue. So we are struggling to get logs at the moment. And maybe on my next run I will do logs. So, but at least they don't have to worry about the wood now. So that's pretty good. Yeah, now we're just going to check in on our dock situation. I don't think he'd be anywhere near finished. Doesn't tell you. Actually, does it? Let's have a look. We want to go to this tab. So we want to go to. Let's get rid of this. Buildings. Okay, 14% complete. Okay, so we've got one person assigned over there, so that's fine. I'm going to start moving the other stuff across. So the stockpile, this one I'm going to do it. Actually, we're going to try moving. Yeah, we're going to try moving this over here. We're going to see how this goes. I don't think this is going to work, but let's cross fingers and see what's happening here. We've got some people stuck.
Did you see that sunset last night? It was beautiful, wasn't it? What's on your mind?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe there's a
The
bit of a
village is looking
congestion
better and
here.
better.
This
Glad
one's
it's my
almost
home.
full. And this one is half full. That should be fine. Ah, we've got to do this little quest too that I got on me, but I think
feel
they're
it's going to
waiting.
be a good day.
I don't know why she's waiting actually. Oh no, here you go. Yeah, so it was that. Advanced decorations. I thought I'd just knock that off and get it out of the way overnight. It was a really quick one that we've been hanging on to for a while. So let's have a look at the tree because we've got a decent boots now. I think we don't really need to worry about boots. We needed smithing hammer for a quest. Hopefully they're making those.
Feel it's going to be a good day.
Happy days. All thanks to you.
We haven't even bothered with any of this stuff, defensive walls and things. It's not really structured my build. Yeah, well, we can play around that later.
It's going to be a good day.
I think reinforced. This one does take quite a bit of stuff to research, so it's not a bad armor type. We don't have a lot of people on strength 6 though, so it may not even be really worth it. All right, maybe.
Did you see that sunset last night?
Oh, we haven't
Beautiful,
researched the
wasn't it?
market. Why do we? Because we need a labourer for that one. Yeah, we need to take Farnsworth. Okay, so
I feel it's going to be a good day.
it's a village improvement. So that just opens up the whole map for the region. It's actually not a bad thing to have the Scouts Lookout because it does like, say I put one in Farnsworth, it would just open up the whole map and reveal everything and show you all the resource types and things like that as well. It's probably its only real
It's going to be a
benefit,
good day.
if I recall.
With more houses, we could make a small city there, don't you think? The village is looking better and better.
What do you think those dots in the sky are?
What do you think those
All right.
dots in the
Well,
sky are?
we'll just slot it in. Alright, so we are going to go and move all these things now, so we'll see you on the other side where Krishmir is, and hopefully this will work. Alright, now we are near Krishmir. Now the only problem with this place is there's no roads near here, so it is a bit of a pain to get in. Oh, we do have some bandits around here. Interesting, okay. That's kind of something new. I've not seen bandits wandering through these areas in the past. Yeah, so that could be an issue. So I was going to place it right in the middle of these two, but this is quite a large node over here, so I can keep everybody really close by, or it's probably best off going in here. So let's see what happens when we move the building. Will it fit in here? Oh, yep, there we go. All right, let's see what happens. We do also want to move the stockpile. We don't want to go too close to those iron. And we also want to move the little house hut for them to sleep in. Yeah, that one there. Now, the only other thing I wanted to build here was fishing. We're gonna farming. Nope, it'll be under. Fishing camp. What is it under? Ah, animal handling. Okay. Yep. Okay, there you go. All right, so this one is the only other thing I want to build because they're not going to be doing iron all the time. So it's quite a bit of stuff to happen here. Now I need to really quickly change these so they are on iron. Just make sure I don't want people walking halfway across the... I think I already set this one up. I'm going to leave this one on, yeah, just to see if they start to pull it apart. If people start walking, then I'm going to change it. This one should already be set up. No, it's not. Okay. Is that the iron? Alright, so everything should be good to go here except for this large iron stockpile. Hang on. I need to turn these all back on actually. Alright, let's double check. Let's go to our tab up here. And construction. So we should have fishing camp. We've got an iron hut. Oh, that is set up for the iron. Okay. An iron stockpile. And then... why do we have two stockpiles? That's kind of weird. Okay, so we've got a housing tent. Got a stockpile, and then we've got a mine. So, okay, not sure what's going on there, but anyway, we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go and hire a beggar or somebody cheap. I probably won't hire a beggar because of the cost difference from Kreshmir. Oh, we've got more bandits. Okay, this is going to be an issue, this area. Okay. Alright, my plan is not working out the way I was hoping. Let's just see if they come down here. Alright, we're kind of waiting around a few minutes. I just paused the game. Yeah, they are going to come. They did circle back, but then... oh, there's heaps of them as well. I'm just going to hope they don't come over here. Alright, it's kind of ruined our plan. I am going to actually go and... oh, they didn't come over. This might still work, depending on how... oh no, yeah, they triggered straight away. Okay, this is not going to work. We're going to have to come up with a different plan. And yeah, I'm getting out of here. Alright, we're going to have to come up with a different plan. I thought my mine was going to work really well out here. On the last playthrough I did, there were literally 0 bandits came down into this area. And they're just too strong. I'm just going to have deaths all the time. So, this area, which I thought was going to be good, unless I have like 4 or 5 people over here, that's going to not work out at all. So, they're just, so other mines that are potentially good are going to be in this kind of region. There is one on the road here in Horndine that was pretty good as well, but it's still got a lot of bandit traffic. Yeah, I don't know how to manage this. Any ideas? Would be great. I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and see what happens because it's the closest one I've got at the moment. Yeah, I'm thinking I should have probably, in hindsight, built over here. We're going to go and do a bit of exploring. I'm going to try and find another ore location. I mean, and then see what happens. Yeah, all right. Well, we're back at the base. I really don't know what to do about the
Happy days. All thanks
yeah,
to
the other
you.
one. Look, they're pulling all this stuff
Writing
apart,
cold reminds us
and
winter is relentless.
I didn't think they'd do this because I don't have anybody assigned to... Oh, actually, maybe they're not pulling this apart. Yeah, they're pulling that one apart. I'm not sure why, but yeah, this... Oh well. That one was, I'm pretty sure, assigned to the other settlements. I'm not sure what's going on there. They didn't do this one. So we're going to quickly just grab everything from this one. And I'm going to see what they actually do with all these goods. Are they just going to pull it apart and put it all back? Because that would be very frustrating. That was kind of a waste of time. But anyway, and my hut's gone as well. So that didn't really work as planned. I'm going to take the goods over there myself. I really don't know what to do about the iron now. It seems like the only way that I would be able to manage that area over at Kreshmere is to have like 4 or 5 people in this area to make it worthwhile, I guess. Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. And there's not any other resource here. If I was smart, I should have thought this through and maybe just gone over this way because we could get granite as well. So I'm going to revisit that plan. I think we're actually just going to destroy those ones, and I'm going to research a better area. I know of a couple of spots that have got granite and iron, and we're just going to go for broke because I don't think it's just worthwhile just getting the 2 iron nodes when there are better areas. Okay, strangely enough, the systems seem to work actually. So I've just came over to this area to see, just to sort of disassemble, you know, the main structures. But the stockpile that I took apart, the goods did just transfer across. They weren't in my inventory. And then I just came across to do the building for the mine. Anyway, and all the goods were here. So it does work in theory. So I just didn't have a hammer, but you can see all the goods are on the ground now, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get them all back there. So do I go ahead and just go with this area? Maybe I do. I was a bit quick on the trigger though, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, well, being that I messed that one up a little bit, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have to stick with this area now. So I'm gonna build a stockpile, and so I don't lose all those goods on the ground. And then we'll put the... It's glitched out because I'm put it weird location probably anyway. Alright, let's where's the rest of the loot? There it is there. Yeah, that's weird. Sort of stuck in. I built it back to front, but that's okay. Sure, there's nothing else on the ground yet. So we are gonna build. We are gonna build it here. I just didn't realize that was the way it was going to work, to be honest. Now, it's weirdly strange though that they... Oh, okay. The loot must be on the hill somewhere. I didn't see the loot for this, but it's all here, so... Oh, I am stuck in the tent. Okay, I had to use the duck button for that one. Where's it put me? It's like throwing me a mile away from the tent, but yeah, so the principle did kind of work. Build it at your base, then move it. They will pull it apart and the goods just kind of transfer here. Now I do need to build the fishing shack, but that's fine. This seems to be fine. This one seems to be fine. Now the only problem I do have is I disassembled this mining hut and I can't move it now, so yeah, I kind of messed that up. So anyway, we do have most of the goods here. I just need to bring a hammer, I guess, and we'll pop it back down, I guess. And now it's not going to fit. Oh, there it is. Alright, so I needed to switch that back to iron. So we have a fishing camp. We have a mining hut. We have a stockpile. Okay, we don't have a... There we go, a house. Okay, so we got the main ingredients. So we just need a couple of people now. One, I guess, to do some fishing. Although I'm going to have to make sure they've got fishing rods and bait all the time. This could turn into a disaster, actually. So I'm thinking maybe the fishing here is not a great idea. Anyway, we've gone this far. Okay, so we need to figure out what the missing bits are. We've got quite a few of the goods here, but there is definitely stuff missing. So I'm going to head back to the base and try and figure that out, and then figure out how we're going to get all the goods here. I probably should just left it and ran with it and made a little mini settlement here. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Alright, we're on day 83 now, and yeah, winter's truly set in. I'm not really sure what to do with this building. I'm hoping they're still going to continue to pull it apart. Yeah, I've kind of messed that up, I think. I'm really interested to see what happens here, because I don't actually, I have not located it anywhere, so it's just sort of sitting here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we could have done the same thing with the dock, I guess, as well. We could have set that up properly. Everybody's waiting to get food. This is the one thing I don't like about the game. I've got like 24, 25 people here all waiting to get to the food cellar. And this, I reckon this will take an hour easily to do, in it, maybe even longer. Every morning this happens. So yeah, I think they can fix this thing, because it's kind of a little bit silly. It's already 7:40. In fact, it's taken nearly 2 hours for them to get out of bed, walk across here, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long this actually takes. But probably 3 or 4 hours just to get them all fed. So
Start stocking up.
yep. So we're just going to see what happens with the building over there. I'm going to head over to the town to finish this quest off anyway. So while they're all
make a small city there, don't you think?
and give the quiver and bow over, and then we can see how we're going at Farnsworth. We really need Farnsworth, so that's one big priority for us today, to try and get that close as well. The iron mine can kind of wait till I figure out what's going on with that building that's being disassembled. We're really low on renown, so that's why Farnsworth is kind of a priority. I can't actually hire anybody at the moment, so...
I hope I don't freeze to death.
Make it quick. I need to work. Did you bring planks and...
Alright, so
Make
it's...
it quick. I need to work.
Oh, it's the gift one.
These are indeed impressive. And this letter, a benefit we have been...
Okay, so now I got to go back to the other guy, talk to him. Should have brought the planks with me for this guy. I didn't realize there's a few quests over here that we need to finish off. I had to go and give some food to the guy that was building me dock as well. I didn't give him enough food and he kind of started wandering everywhere. So it was one thing that I had to make sure that was happening. And they should have, yeah, they're building the brewery table thing there by the looks. I don't know what's missing. Some nails, okay.
How did it go? Did
Alright, we got a little bit more trust and we got some more renown and we got some books by the looks as well. So we got a couple of books. These are really low level ones though. So it's a shame. We are exactly, yeah, what, 240 off getting to it. And it really just coming down to this one building here,
I heard a strange
which
howling in the
needs
woods last night. Gave me
3
chills.
copper nails. So I'm going to actually just go and get the nails because they will continue to build this if I bring them over. So we'll go and do that. Our dock guy, what's he doing? He can't be hungry again. Surely. I just literally gave this guy 5 or 6 pieces of meat. Alright, I'm going to have to come back with some meat. I need that dock finished. It's part of my plan to take Farnsworth, so... And we need to get the 3 nails anyway, so... let's hope
With
that
more
we have
houses,
the
we could
copper
make a small
nails.
city there, don't you think?
the biting cold reminds us that winter is relentless.
The village is looking better and better.
Yeah, so no copper nails in there, that's probably why. A lot of fish.
With more houses, we could make a small...
Not too worried about the fish though, we seem to have... Oh, that just reminded me of something. I'm just gonna see what this guy doing. Yeah, I need copper ingots, okay. Didn't think of that. Someone mentioned in one of the comments sections,
Snow's coming. Air stock up on firewood.
notice they've been using the carts
In the sky are.
to move goods around too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, in here we have these baskets.
The village is looking better and better.
And we got a satchel. Someone said I had a heap of
Happy days,
baskets.
all thanks to
So,
you.
got a few of these things. May have moved them. Alright, let's have a look. We currently have... Right there, so it gives you goods. Okay, some gold there. Some more gold, the gold coin. Yeah, okay. Gotta keep an eye on that. So, I didn't realize the baskets. I thought they were decorative or something. I wasn't really paying any attention to that one, obviously. We've got some... stuff that we want to put down.
Bit nippy this morning.
Get some renown happening here. And kind of keep them out of the way. Gives us a bit more. It's not getting us a lot of renown. Now they might be moving the baskets. I wonder where they move
So
the
far, we're
baskets.
doing great work, don't you think?
Yes, so they're not moving them down into here. Someone said I had more than 2, so maybe...
The biting cold
Anyway,
reminds
let's have
us
another
that
look,
winter
just in
is
case.
relentless.
Oh, we had a torn satchel. There's some more gold. Fish scales, okay.
Feel it's it's going to be a good day.
Don't really know what to do with the decorations.
Glad it's my home. Happy days, all thanks to you.
I'm not sure these things do anything. They just kind of like look
So
good.
far, we're doing great work, don't you think?
Yep. Anyway, something.
going to be a good
Okay, so yeah, so we're just keeping an eye on all those satchels and things like that. I need to take some food back to our friend.
Work, lads. We need to make this place look better.
I really like this milk porridge. Look at that for stamina, 82, 45 health. That's pretty cool.
The biting cold
All right, let's
reminds us that
take
winter is relentless.
some food to this guy. I really need to get that dock finished. The nails. We haven't. Oh, we've got a reclamation party coming into Herondine. Okay. Let's see if they've made the nails.
Don't you think?
We don't have any copper. That's probably why. Alright. We desperately need those copper
Best to
nails.
stock up on
So
firewood.
it's
The biting cold reminds us that winter is relentless.
push that to the top. We probably add a peat. That's probably why we're not making anything over here. Always the way, isn't it? I think I probably need to put down a couple more bloomeries because when I run out of peat,
Bitter cold today. Best bundle up tight.
Bitter cold today. Best bundle up tight.
Glad it's my home.
actually that one could just be dedicated
Bit
to
nippy this
copper.
morning.
Glad it's my home.
This one, the bronze.
The village is looking better and better.
Maybe I'll build another one for 10. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier.
Got your fur cloak ready? You'll need it soon.
Yeah, once we got all these bloomeries up and running, because wood's not a problem. They're a bit slower and they don't make the iron. I built all these furnaces and they just don't have the supply of peat to keep them running, so that was kind of silly. How's the reclamation party going? They're crossing this bridge. See, if we had our dock finished, we could just jump into the dock,
Happy
walk
days,
across here,
all
cut
thanks
them
to
off,
you.
done. And I could now, they're going to march my way anyway, so we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Okay, so
Hope you like layers, because winter's got
hopefully
plenty.
they're building
Will you?
stag horns. We got so many stag horns.
Happy days, all thanks to you. The village is looking better and better.
Alright, just checking some of my supplies and stuff. I'm gonna have to go back over the dock. I don't have the copper nails,
Best
which
bundle
is
up tight.
because we don't. That could have probably gotten me to liberation, actually. I just realized. Let's go and give all those coins to the elder. I think that's plenty. I think that's actually going to get me across the line. I didn't think of that.
Happy days. All thanks to you.
Let's just see if he is
Start
making the
stocking
copper.
up, unless you fancy eating snow.
Need something patched up or built?
She. No. Yeah, just super low on resources. Okay, let's head back to the dock, make sure that guy's got food, and then we're going to keep an eye on that reclamation party. And yeah, he's wandering still, so we need that dock finished. Okay, we used a few of those coins. It's actually got us across the line pretty easy. I don't want to use them all, so we are now a protector of Farnsworth. I can't build the bell tower, unfortunately, though, because I need this to finish. And this one, yeah, needs the 3 copper nails. So as soon as that is finished, we're going to build the bell tower. When I was speaking to that guy too, we did have another quest we probably could have used. It's finding a sword up in here. So anyway, we will head back to our base. I had to come and give this guy some more food. For some reason, he seemed to be, when I gave him food in his inventory, he doesn't have a food bag on him, so that's probably the reason he kept dropping the food on the ground. So anyway, well, hopefully he'll finish that off soon. And yeah, we'll head off to take on, I've got to check what's going on with his mining hut as well. Okay, so they're not disassembling this hut anymore. They've kind of, I think the reason is because it's under the wrong settlement. I've actually transferred that incorrectly to the wrong one. I've just realized. I don't know how I did it. Luckily I saw that, so was I looking at the wrong one? No, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, mining hut. I don't know which one is which now. This is the problem I've got. So this one says 72% complete. This is 0, so I'm guessing the one behind me is the one that's... I'm going to have to switch it back to this one. And we'll see if that fixes the issue. %46 on the river dock. Copper mine. It's missing pickaxes. It's alright, we've got so much to fix that out soon as well. Fishing camp. Housing tent. It's built. Alright, we'll see what happens. I've transferred one part of this building. Although no one seems to be pulling it apart, so... Oh, I got another death. These boars are killing me over there. Literally killed by an animal. The problem I've got is some of the... I think some of the animal... The hunters are switching, so I did make sure that a couple of them had some swords a couple of playthroughs back so they could defend themselves, but I don't think they're picking up swords. Like that guy, I'm guessing probably didn't have a sword. He's trying to kill a boar with a bow and it's not going to work, so... I just have to kill this boar myself, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I wish there was some way of making sure that they had a hand weapon as well, so anyway. Other than making, I guess, making sure that everybody in the village has a hand weapon. It's a lot of hand weapons, so... And that building's still not getting pulled apart. Alright, so I'm gonna switch both. both back to this town, and then hopefully we'll see what happens. I might have to start from scratch, but we'll see. At least that building will be hopefully gone. It's just still sitting there. It's driving me nuts. All right, well, the party is kind of slowly making our way here. It is going to Herondine, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, well, so we're just waiting for this reclamation party now, so we'll just there's no point running out to meet it. I think we'll be fine. It's not a big one, and
It's going to be a good day.
we can go from there, I guess. So
Looking better and better.
it's like winter is clearing up, which is good. All right, we're just going to wait for this reclamation party. Keep an eye on that building over there. I'm not sure really what I'm going to do. If it doesn't start to pull apart, there's no way to disassemble it apart from me doing it myself. And honestly, that's going to take quite some time. So I think I have messed this one up completely. Yeah, I would need a hammer and I would at the tool, and I would need to do it all myself. So, all right, well, we'll see what happens. Cross fingers on that one. All right, the army's getting close, so I wasn't paying much attention, doing other stuff. So I need to make sure that I've got everybody for this one.
Who's up for a break after this?
All right, we had a small crash just then. I'm just kind of seeing where we're at. The save, luckily for us, I think the save was pretty recent. Yeah, okay, I put a couple of things down over there. So, all right, so the let's see how we go again. They're pretty close. So that's what I was doing, was getting the army together. So I just wanted to add everybody to our
We're doing great work,
list for this
don't you
one,
think?
'cause we're not going too far. So just this is where it happened. I went to raise the army and it, the system just crashed. So we'll see what happens. Nope, that time it worked.
My
Okay.
stomach is grumbling. If I don't eat something soon, I'll have to leave.
Had a few problems in the top right hand corner. The army tab looks like people's faces gone black. Not sure what's going on up there. Anyway, that's if we've got anyone really critically injured, I might leave them behind. I don't want to lose anybody.
Too hungry to battle.
We got full health though, so we'll keep an eye on that one. All right, where are they? They looks like they're gonna pretty much come straight through here, so they're not too far away. It's just the time it takes to actually get them all fed. It's my biggest issue. I was thinking about making another cellar just for all the other, you know, vegetables and things. I do realize they do go to this cellar only anyway, because they are after the better foods. So if I put all the stuff that, yes, they can eat, but they won't eat it, I'll put that in. That will help the others, I think, keep the other cellar stocks to last longer. Got to keep an eye on these guys. We're not going too far, so... Alright, I think we're all good. I think last couple of people just getting some food. As far as weapons and stuff go, everyone's geared up. We need to keep an eye on the weapons and armor too, because I haven't really been paying attention to it. Yeah, I think they're going to come through over here. This field area. Yep.
Follow my lead. Move!
Maybe back this way a little bit.
Onward!
Yeah, there they are. Okay, we're going to come over this way.
No eyes
No.
next time.
Forward!
Alright, this won't be actually, this is going to be fine. There's hardly any of these guys. Yeah, that was pretty easy. So I'll just get them to gather the loot. And we'll send them, yeah, send them back to sleep, I guess. Okay, so yeah, that look, we're dealing with the smaller reclamation parties pretty easily with this group now, so it really is just now arming up a little bit better. Getting with books is a real problem. We don't seem to be getting the books that we need, so we'll have to sort of probably start buying books in order to get people leveled up a little bit better. And how's our dock going? So our dock is 58%. That's taking a long time. One person to build that, I guess, you know, can only expect that. So actually, while we're down there, the copper nails will probably transfer overnight, but yeah, we still need the 3 copper nails. I put up a heap of bloomeries as well to try and fix the problem. I should have probably done that earlier. I wasn't thinking that one through. Still don't have copper nails. Running low on iron ore again. But you can see I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm building another one here. So 6 bloomeries, and they were all pumping along before this we sent off to do this brigand attack. So anyway, that's about an hour. Well, I'm going to try and, like I said, put more content into these hour sessions. So this one, it was about building a dock and trying to figure out the mine. A few things went wrong, but I guess we can all learn from that experience. I should have just left the mine to build. I didn't realize, I wasn't thinking that through, that the goods do just transfer across, so I don't have to go and get them myself. So yeah, if I'd realized that 2 seconds earlier. I didn't have a save that I could go back to either, which was very frustrating. That wasn't taking me back, like, you know, a few, you know, an hour's worth of play, which was, well, an hour's worth of a whole day of, I probably should have just done that. But anyway, I hope you guys learned from that lesson, and we'll see you on the next video. And yeah, that'll be where we take the town of Farnsworth, and we hopefully have our dock up and running, and we'll also look at the mine in some more detail as well. Thanks guys again, and I'll see you in the next video. Wombat out.
When the digital realm wellness sprouts und deinen takes to the skies with pixels ablaze and battles untamed, we'll conquer the virtual now.